Hey, hi, ho, he, ha. Good evening from London, England. Or should I say good morning, good afternoon, or in some cases, good night and rest well from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly. You know what time it is, yeah? DLG Reppin' time. Yes. Delhi, London, Guna, Space, Romeo, Echo, Papa, Papa, Indigo, November. And today I'm going to be dropping another football related content, of course. And it's a different one. This is a DLG Reppin'S top 5 bad tackle in football. So before I get that started, yeah, don't forget to smash the thumbs up like button for me, yeah, in abundance. Make sure you leave your positive feedback in my comment section below. Your opinions, your views are more than welcome. Also, smash the share button for me relentlessly. Make sure this goes viral all over the world. And make sure your friends and your relatives get hold of this as well, yeah? Smash the share button for me. I want it done abundantly. And speaking of abundantly, subscribe to DLG Reppin'. And speaking of subscribers, we got a new one. I don't know if it was a he. I don't know if you're a he or a she, where you're from, race, etc. But massive shout out to you, yeah, for subscribing to my channel. All love is appreciated, and the support as well, yeah? So thank you. And this is what happens when you subscribe to the channel. I will shout you out, yeah? And if you continue to do that, yeah, I'll deliver the content as consistent as possible. Here to stay. Also, I am celebrating over 20,000 subscribers today. In nearly 2 years of being a YouTuber, I now officially have 20,000 subscribers. It's 22 months since I've been a YouTuber, and I've enjoyed every second of it. There's not a day that goes by that I regret this decision. It's the best decision I've made to date. So let's get into it, yeah? DLG Reppin'S top 5 bad tackles in football. Right, this is a difficult one here, but my top 5 bad tackle, and I'm going to start with in the count. I'm going to start off by doing a countdown. My first one, which came in 5th place, was Richard. I think he goes by Kevin Muscat. Sorry, I'll put down Richard. Kevin Muscat, ex Blackburn Rovers. I think he was ex Millwall, ex Blackburn Rovers, and ex Australian international. Now he was on international duty with Australia. They played a friendly with France some years back. We're going, and I remember this horrific tackle that threatened to cripple Christophe Dugarry. This was just disgusting, cowardly, premeditated. He would say that he was going for the ball. No, he went for the man, and I'll tell you what, the commotion he caused and the way he was getting attacked, he deserved it. Because Christophe Dugarry's teammates could not stand to see him riding in that pain, and Kevin Muscat did what he did and not get away with it. Now, if that had been done on the streets, yeah, let me tell you this, he would have had more than a punch in the face. I'm going to leave it as that. I'm not here to promote violence. I'm just here to promote my channel here. And I'm talking about 5 bad tackles. It's worth a hell of a lot more than a red. I'll tell you that now. If Christophe Dugarry was the man to hold grudges, he would have found a way to find him and hurt him, because what he did was disgusting, completely uncalled for, and there was no place in it. It was a bad tackle, and I wouldn't blame Christophe Dugarry for not forgiving him. Right, number 4. This might sound controversial, but it's involving a feud that started between Roy Keane and Leeds United midfielder at the time, Alfie Alfie Inga Haaland. Now, back in 97-98 season, Leeds United hosted Manchester United, a game that I think it was a 1-1 draw. Or I don't know if it was a draw or a Leeds win. But Alfie Inga Haaland and Roy Keane were running together and in battle, as you would do. Roy Keane went down awkwardly. Alf Inga Haaland said to him, good. What made Alf Inga Haaland say to him, good, while he's riding on the pain after Roy Keane done his cruciate knee ligament? I will never know. We'll never know the true story of it. But for me, Roy Keane held that grudge for 3 years and a bit. And the Manchester derby, Alfie Inga Haaland signed for Man City at the time, a couple of years after he left Leeds. Now, the game was not the best Manchester derby ever. It was a 1-1 draw, but during that game, I think during the business end of that game, Roy Keane just saw red. He saw Alfie Inga Haaland and he just saw complete red. And I'll tell you something, yeah, if Alfie Inga Haaland's right leg was baited on the turf, even in my head, I still will turn around. I'll still look the other way. I can't see it, obviously, but I still look the other way. It was just completely cold, callous. Roy Keane, literally, he went in right through the cruciate ligament, and oh my word, the pain that this guy was riding in, meaning Alf Inga Haaland's dad, it was just horrendous. Horrendous. This guy, Roy Keane, should have been sent to prison, technically. If that was done on the streets, that's prison. I don't know if he called that common assault, but, well, it's borderline common assault. It's bad. It's beyond bad. It's just disgusting. How he did not end up in a hell of a lot more trouble, I will never know. Football didn't punish him enough. Now, he deserved his red card, but he deserved a lot more than a red card. God knows what his manager said to him. Maybe he was motivated within himself to do this. When the two teams lined up and the captains lined up, there was no eye contact from Haaland or Roy Keane. They had a feud. And Roy Keane had an autobiography that he wrote, and he said what he did. He said he was going to do Alfie Inga Haaland some damage. He did. He succeeded. And he said that there's some in it for David Weatherall of Bradford City, ex-Leeds United centre-half as well. Roy Keane was a guy that used to hold grudges. I look at him now, he doesn't hold any grudges or any punches for that matter. So, well, it's not even the funny thing, the challenge he done on Alfie Inga Haaland. It was absolutely horrendous. Number 3, Roy Keane's best mate, Patrick Vieira. He went through a horror challenge when we played Carlisle away in the FA Cup side that we won 1-0. Now, the talking point of that game was Vieira's horror challenge that was met by him done on him by Richard Prokas. He could have broken his leg. A massive 22-man melee kicked off, and I'll tell you something. I don't know how Vieira survived that. He was riding in a hell of a lot of pain. You know, Roy Keane's fellow hard man. The way it was done and way he hit Vieira, oh my word. How Vieira got up and continued to play for the duration of that game is beyond me. Really far and beyond me. he carried on like it was just a little kick. Looking back at it, Richard Procras could have ended his career. And I don't know what Richard Procras is doing for a living. And to be honest, I couldn't give a monkey's. He is scum. Complete scum. Utter scum. And I'll tell you something, yeah? If he is sitting in a wheelchair as a vegetable, I say this, karma is such a bitch. Richard Procras, whatever you are, you're just as bad as COVID, and you're not ever going to be forgiven. So moving on to my next one, number 2, Birmingham City's Martin Taylor's horrific and reckless challenge on Eduardo. Now, I remember this like yesterday. I was so emotionally hurt for Eduardo. I admit, it brought me to tears. He was setting in life with England, learning the new language, scoring goals for the Arsenal, put a smile on my face. The bragging rights against rival friends was beautiful. And that one cold early kickoff at St Andrews where we would have been 8 points clear. But that I don't hold it down on the tackle. I hold it down on footballing matters to do with one or two individuals. But I'm gonna be talking about Martin Taylor's tackle. Now, Arsene Wenger was criticised heavily for stating that Martin Taylor should be banned for life. Come to think of it, he was always right. Great, what's his name? Paul Stewart? Or whatever his name is. Paul or Graham Stewart, ex-Everton Charlton midfielder, and the host at the time, who he was working with. They said it was an accident, and one of them said that Wenger needed to retract his statement. Are you for real? Now, even talking about this, I could swear it was a horror tackle. That I can tell you, it was horrendous. Eduardo did not enjoy his football career when he recovered. It just damaged his football career from an emotional and mental point of view. And Martin Taylor, he gets a straight red, 3-game ban. That's sweet FA to me because he will come back and play football again. Knowing that he's done that to Eduardo. He should have been banned for the length of time Eduardo had out of the beautiful game. Point fact. And it angered me even more to see the guy return in a Birmingham City shirt. That tackle. How can man, woman, how can any football fan on this planet tell me that challenge was an accident? How can that be possibly an accident? Eduardo had the ball and he was too quick for Martin Taylor. Martin Taylor went running in at full pell and planted the side of his foot or stud on his leg. And the rest, oh my Lord. The rest speaks for itself. To tell me that Martin Taylor had intention of winning the ball, no. He knew what he was doing. And any football fan and any football fan with an ounce of intelligence knew what Martin Taylor knew what he was doing. It was just disgusting to watch. And Matthew Flamini, after it happened, he was right to confront. He didn't He didn't just confront Martin Taylor. Martin Taylor knew that he'd done wrong. He wasn't sorry. Even if he was, sorry was not going to mend Eduardo. If you mean to tell me, if anyone means to tell me Eduardo, I mean Martin Taylor was meant to kick him, but not break his leg, you're a damn liar. There was everything. He went through everything to do that. His aim was to take out Eduardo by hook or by crook. And no congratulations, scumbag. You broke his leg. You literally broke his leg. The man was screaming and squealing in agony. Could have actually lost his leg. Let me get that out there. Martin Taylor, I will never forget, and I'll definitely 100,000% I will never forgive you for what you done to Eduardo. As an Arsenal and football fan, I will never forgive you. And as a human being, I should ever forgive you. You did that in a park game or elsewhere, you would be dead. The end. The number one tackle, the worst tackle I believe I've ever seen in my life, as a football fan of all my life, Paul Busfeldt's one on Dennis Irwin. Now, it was Feyenoord of Holland versus Manchester United of England, of course. Champions League game. Manchester United won 3-1. I believe Andy Cole got a hat-trick. But it was... the game was damaged by Paul Busfeldt's cowardly, disgusting challenge on Dennis Irwin. Now, I can't remember. I think it was the left leg or the right leg. It went. I'll tell you when Busfeldt stamped on in between the ligament, it went away. Dennis Irwin's leg ended up in a way that it shouldn't have, and I can imagine the agony and the screaming. I wouldn't stop screaming. I'll be screaming for blue murder. My leg is in a bad, very bad way. This one I'm talking about is the worst tackle of them all. And Paul Busfeldt, I'll tell you something. He shouldn't even be in prison for what he did. I think he should have his leg amputated, so he'll never think about another premeditated tackle. It was so horrible to watch. And Alex Ferguson, or should I say Sir Alex Ferguson, in his press conference, the rant that came out of his mouth, and rightfully so, he's angry, incandescent. His face was as red as I've ever seen it. And he had every right to swear and swear and swear and more swear. It was just, how on earth? I don't know if it's true. Man United fans, if you remember that horror tackle, did Paul Busfeldt get a straight red or did he get a yellow card? Leave it in the comment section below. Because what I saw that evening, it was the worst thing that could ever happen to a human being. Whether you get along with Irwin or not, it was the worst thing a human being could go through. I don't think I could possibly go out on a football pitch and target my own enemy in that way. Never. And that is one of the worst tackles I've ever seen. That is the worst tackle I've ever seen. I beg your pardon. My word. So that's my top 5 tackles. If you got a top 5 or something that you want to, If you want to talk about your top 5 tackles, you can leave it in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation. I'm just going by my memory here. Otherwise, I'll end it here and say smash the thumbs up, like button, comment, share, and subscribe to DLG Reppin', please. Let's push this. Let's push my subscribe number up to at least 200 and over by the end of this year. Otherwise, after that, if you can do that, then I'll be looking for 1,000 subscribers. But let's keep it moving, yeah? Let's keep the channel growing as well. Ladies and gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And as I always say, saving the best to last. Thank you all for putting up with me as your host, the one and only and truly DLG Reppin'. I'll be back again, if not tonight, tomorrow afternoon. Until next time, DLG Reppin', we'll talk again. Take care of your friends, your family, and yourself. Peace, love, and bless again. And do look after yourselves. Until then, just please be nice.